BS Discover. Hey, how you doing? I guess I want to discuss with you how things been going, the changes, the moves, the reverse, the checking on things, the double take, and the moving forward. Those are the things I wanted to discuss with you today. Most of all, the X Files. The X Files can truly interrupt things that you're trying to do, things people heard about you, things people want to see you do that your ex is doing, things that people want to see you question, and whether it's a question of who's getting further or who's just staying in a still moment. But I just want to discuss what I'm finding out, and it's unusual, especially at this time, that I decided to make a great change, make a decision, one that would probably have everybody question my position, my leadership, my headship. But sometimes you have to remove yourself out of situations and place yourself in a better situation. And depending upon the situation, to help how quick it is, especially nowadays we got so many budget cuts. And when you try to go further yourself or even take certain classes or certain grants or certain inputs of other people through certain organizations, which can actually better, it can enhance the steps that you take. It truly can. It has enhanced minds, and it's crazy because even though I don't have all the access that I need, the access that I walk away was to make sure that I'm not pulled back by the things that could be questioned of what it can do for me or what I can do for myself. And in that retrospect, I really want you to pay attention to my failure gone fast, and it's actually going fast. The failure. There's no uproar. There's no intense, feeling around surrounding you where you feel that if I move this way or that way, I'm in between something and I can't pull myself out of. Those days are over with. Most likely you're calm, at ease, and you're handling matters. You don't even talk about what you have to do because you already done it. And when I get to these failure gone fast, it's very important that you follow certain financial things that I tell you to follow. And even though you just making a tip in the door, trust and believe that tip in the door may not make it for that other financial advice that I gave you, but one or three or four of them are going to work for you. And that's where I'm at right now. I'm seeing the build up, I'm seeing the change, even though there's a change just because of you're going to find people going to start to discriminate against you in certain businesses and this certain environment that they may not feel they want somebody your age at, they want somebody much younger than you to fulfill the other people who are younger than you around them. And the only thing that fails, they don't get any true leadership or any true experience, because without leadership and somebody who has years of experience, you are saying goodbye to somebody who's aged. There's somebody who's just coming in young and vibrant, which is good, but there's a lot of intake that they have to, fill themselves with, and that will allow them to, continue to show you how to prosper, but they cannot prosper because they don't have the what? They do not have the experience. And that's very important. That's why I started my financial failure gone fast, because I saw myself, no matter what I went through, my situation, I always was above. And what I'm learning, people know that. So now you're going to have people who know stop you from getting where you want to go. They don't want to see you get there. There's a better choice. You see people on the other side wants to see you get there. You're the right choice. So there's a pull and there's a push situation you're going to see yourself in. But trust me, continue to push yourself forward. Do not let anything get in the way. I'm very proud of myself because as I went through and I had to say goodbye to certain situations, even living situations that I know that it would be a benefit for me if I do something in a certain manner. I know a lot of y'all probably think it's crazy. Me, myself, I want a mansion. I finally thought a mansion would be good to experience in life. So I've started to look up mansions and to actually uh, make arrangements to go and see some mansions. And I've seen a mansion or two, but to go and to do it myself, rather have the family and friends and go see their mansions and stuff like that. I figure I'll take the time to just, see what I want to see for myself. But in actuality, what has given me the opportunity to actually stand here and be more excited with the financial failures and the steps that I have taken, because I have been there where I have fed many on how to save. And even though I was placed in a situation because people didn't want to see me follow up with what I was doing on my YouTube channel, so they were trying to make loopholes which would not allow me to venture off. But that's why I always told you, if you can't do this amount, do another amount. The other amount I did, but what it was interesting is that the information that I gave you on financial and certain cards, and I put a link on this one, there's a new card which gives you new opportunity. And what I like about it is that when you spend, they give you extra money towards the spending, and each time you spend weekly, you're most likely to get more advanced in money, which helps with the other cards, and you collaborated together. And when this card tells you no, you don't have that, you're putting the cash on one and you having money transfer from one to the next, and there's a certain cash flow that continues, and it makes good on that card, because this card may tell you, oh, you cannot get that $300 or $200 advance, but you could, because on this card you have accumulated a pattern and spending, and you're not denied the extra money of interest that they give you, which is basically with your spending. If it's 20 times 100, then 20 times 100 will leave you with a certain thousands of dollars that you can invest in. And then once you pay that back, you can continue to go on and make it overflow. And trust me, as I went through certain situation, financial situation, I'm like in this place and I'm like, yo, let me put this on my, whether Google Pay or whatever, and make this virtual card and do this back and forth. And I tell you, the virtual card, the physical card, and the special card that they offer when it comes to your credit cards, your debit cards, or cards that give you certain financial backing, you need to know how to utilize them when they come through the mail, how to activate them through your apps and certain things, just until you receive it. If you don't receive it, please make that phone call and let them know you haven't received it so they can mail it back out to you, or use your virtual card until you receive what you need to receive. And once that is established and you receive these, that will better enhance the understanding of what you have done to accomplish the goal that you have accomplished. And I'm pretty happy. Trust me, I'm not upset, because I know that come today, come tomorrow, there'll be something waiting for me somewhere financially that I can pick up and keep moving. And the only thing that good thing about that, now you think about where you want to stay. Do you want a bigger apartment? Do you want invest yourself in staying maybe in a mobile hotel or something like that, or even getting yourself someplace that you can accumulate a certain amount of income as you're there, and not just you know a share that most people have, or B&B, but other avenues that you can take when it comes to ownership of an apartment or a house, you know, uh, such as renting out a room. And they got split pad. You could have your room attached to a split pad, which be good for you because legally you can get legal documentation of who's in your split pad uh, place, and that helps. But that have given me the opportunity to know the measure and the steps that I want to take, so that when I help others, how I'm going to help them, either through split pad or Airbnb or the hotel, or there's certain avenues that you go through. But when you go through changes, you have to make a decision. Am I going to stay in a hotel? Am I going to stay in Airbnb? These financial decisions help you motivate yourself to where you need to be to establish the things you need to establish. And I can tell you, when I had the card, when I finally got several cards or whatever, I don't use them. I put it to the side and I decide when I'm going to use it, how I'm going to use it, how much I'm going to use it, how I'm going to utilize this card with that card, and I'll teach you how to do that comparison, in which you can grow on both financially. It can have a backing for you and your credit history and so on. And this will help you establish, walk lighter, think lighter, feed yourself lighter, and get a better understanding of what's best for you as you make transitional change. And as you can see, I made a lot of transitional change from one area to the next, but it's different when you're moving from one area you're not accustomed to an area that you may not know of but want to be accustomed to because you like the area. But still, is that area a safe area for you? That's one of the choices, that's very important. So I just want to give all my viewers, let them know, yes, I'm okay, I'm fine, I'm surviving. I've made certain steps, and I can see myself actually going towards helping others soon as I finish with this, with um, the housing too, not just the financial and the credit, but the housing too, how to get there uh, forwardly and quickly through making changes, whether you go into a place that you don't have to pay any income until you utilize the money that you have established, and towards that you will put towards a home or a rental. The idea and the choices are yours, and that's a good thing. It's good to have choices, and people will look at you and wonder, what are you doing? Like, it's late right now, it's real late, and I have a choice of going to this side of town or that side of town. But when I get there, what is the accomplishment state? Now, I know on this side of town, early first thing in the morning, I have some details to take care of that's going to help me further the plans and the goals I have to help me. Once I help me, I help you. But what I like about how initiating it and how I've established so far what I've established, and feel proud. I've given other people the test. I'm like, take this test with me, do this with me, see how you're doing. I know you got money, I know you can do this. And when I call them back, they either did it or they didn't. So I'm not also getting feedback on myself, how things turn out for me, but I'm also getting feedback from other people that I gave information on financial growth. And I see a lot of you are ready, you're hungry, you're feeling it. And like I say, this on time right here, I'm gonna do jiu-jitsu. So when I do my jiu-jitsu, I probably do like a couple of sales on a booklet or so on, so I can financially make sure that I'm well equipped in giving you the knowledge that you need, and also getting more material and more equipment to better enhance the things that I want to give to you, because it has helped me. Um, like I say, tomorrow I have to go look at, certain places, and it's interesting because you have the opportunity, and sometimes it's a drawback, but the drawback is for your protection because there's a lot going on. You just don't want to get up and move into one place and not knowing where you're moving, or if you decide to move somewhere else, like myself, I decided I know what I want to get, and I'm gonna get what I want. The only thing is how long it's going to take me to get there. But in the meantime, I'm making certain steps to make sure this is my step of where I'm going to live, where I'm going to be. Step two, when I get to this step, once I accumulated this, whether I buy the house or buy the condo, this is where I'm going to be. But those are the choices that you're going to make. But with the backing, the financial backing, and the cars, like I say, when you learned how to utilize them and how to make it work for you, that each card is a plus in your life, because now they report to all three credit bureaus. In the meantime, while you was going through your financial hardship, you set back, you lost some stuff. You probably lost your car, you probably lost your apartment, you probably lost a relationship, whatever it takes. But know that all these things do come back again. So the choice is yours, whether you want a relationship or you want another car, the same car, whatever it may be. But one thing I do tell you in life, whatever you do, make sure you keep it to yourself until you establish it. If you tell somebody something, I'm going to get this, if they're not smiling with you, as I've been told, then that person really don't care about you, how you going to get it. That's probably the one who helping the people keep you down. So the best I can tell you, to continue to move forward. Don't give up. Um, I'm enjoying what I've done, especially with the card. I really thought I wasn't going to use the card because financially I was putting financial backing back where I needed to be, but then I had a little financial backing, and as soon as I got financial backing, I quickly invested it into what I had to invest it in, and when I did, it bettered me. And then there was other people. I don't care where you at, I don't care how you chasing what you have to chase to make sure you accumulate the money that you need to accumulate to do the things that you want to do. But better know it is best for you to continue to further your interest in your finances. Because if you further your interest in your finances, you're going to take more into depth of what you want, how you want it, how much you want, whether it's 100,000, 200,000, whether it's close to 3 million. It's up to you. But is it a factor? Is it easy to get rich? It's easier when you take the time, and your biggest thing is people going to play with your head, people going to play with your mind. They want to keep you off of what you're trying to do. Keep your finances straight, keep things together where you can grow and everything around you. But I will say it's been great. Do not let anybody tell you that no matter what steps you take that you won't be able to accomplish your goals, because sometimes it could be a drastic step. Like I'm taking a true drastic step and not allowing myself to quickly just run into a new place, but taking my time. And as I take my time, the places that I'm supposed to be at, the doors are closed. So I caught myself moving back and forth just to survive, to get to the places and open the doors that were closed until I get to the door that I want to get into. Now, you will have to be a strong nature and truly a strong character to weather that type of storm, but it can be done, most likely financially. And I definitely going to put it in my next Failure Gone Fast what I've done, because I want to do it if I can do it. And my finances like a kind of jumpily, not because of me, because the others trying to hold it back from me. What I want you to know that you can do, because you don't have anybody doing it, so you can place your money, continue to do that. And what we mostly have to do is either find some places that are more supportive of what you're trying to do, or work for yourself. That's why a lot of people do self-employment, or work in a place where there's no other individual around. You have to do the job. The job determines on what you do, and make sure that you have a good rapport with your boss or the people that you'll be working with. Freelancing is something also that I'm going to enter into my failure gone fast, because that has helped me and how I do freelancing, and have I accomplished any financial growth. But I will tell you, financial growth I have put to the side, but the first one was the card I put to the side. When I decided to pick it up, I already knew how to do it, how I'm going to do it, where I'm going to do it, why I'm going to do it. It happened for me. Now, that financial growth is what? It's not the card anymore, but it's now another set state in where you actually going to have financial assets, and you're going to be able to what? To either sell these assets to bring profit and gain into your financial life. But it's only because the finances are not for just you to grow, but for you to make change. So until that next time, enjoy, be there. I just want to give your input. I'm going to have a length. I'm going to make sure that you know that we're truly going to take and set this off. And I am as consistent as possible. If I think for 1 minute, or you think for 1 minute, to have lost consistency, please believe I have not. What I have done is stop, because maybe something else came in that I need to learn before I give it to you. But consistency will continue to happen. When I give you them 3 months, them 2 months, it's going to happen no matter what the situation is. As you can see, no matter what the situation is, you are getting what you need, because I'm getting what I need, and I truly appreciate you. Now stay and do not lose tune. Now go out there and be a discoverer.